So thanks Isaac and Beckon for the opportunity, and thanks to the attendees for giving us your time. I'm Luke Wheat. I'm the founder and managing director at Future Green Solutions. Future Green is the most advanced company building commercial scale insect protein operations to supply the growing demand for sustainable proteins in animal feed, initially in the aquaculture and pet food industries. We're in the process of finalising a growth equity raise to scale up production and meet demand. And today I'll give a brief introduction and history of Future Green, an overview of our business model, our products, our priority and markets, and a business update. My background is in marine science, and conservation and sustainability has always been my passion. Having been involved in grassroots sustainability and conservation organisations and projects, I quickly grew frustrated with the challenges of achieving these sustainability initiatives at any meaningful scale. And in parallel, I was working in a corporate setting, and it became clear that the challenge of sustainability at scale was really at its root around the lack of a business model. And this is much to what Chris spoke to in his introduction about the collision of impact and profit. And so that was the genesis of Future Green Solutions, which we founded 10 years ago. Thanks, Tom. So what's the problem? So Future Green Solutions actually addresses multiple seemingly unrelated problems. At the front end, we're addressing the issue of protein sustainability in animal feed markets. Many of the traditional sources of feed ingredients are not sustainable and are demanding on the environment. For example, the aquaculture industry is reliant on wild-caught seafood to produce fish meal, which is a key ingredient in their diets of their livestock. Similarly, in the pet food industry, there is a growing awareness of the environmental footprint of red meat and other feed ingredients, and consumers are demanding sustainable options. As a result, producers are looking for high-quality, sustainable protein alternatives. At the other end of our value chain, we solve a waste problem. As a society, we produce significant amounts of organic waste through the agriculture and food supply chain. And in Australia, that amounts to 14 million tonnes. Most of the waste ends up in landfill, where it's a significant contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. If food waste for a country would be the third largest emitter globally. So what's the solution? Our solution is to build a sustainable, scalable, cost-effective and high-growth business that supplies high-quality insect protein, utilising organic waste as the key input. We do this using a naturalised, non-pest insect species called the black soldier fly. And provided that you've spent the years understanding their nutrition and perfecting their husbandry, their operational leverage is phenomenal. They're a non-select feeder, and the larvae increase their body mass 10,000 times from hatch to harvest over a period of 12 days. And to put that in perspective, it's the equivalent of growing an 8-tonne chicken in just under a fortnight. The larvae have an excellent nutritional profile, and the modular nature of our system allows for consistent and reliable production of product quality and ongoing efficiency gains. We currently supply customers from our Shenton Park operations and are in the process of scaling up production to meet demand. As a result of our process, Future Green is able to close the loop and continuously recycle organic waste. We deliver significant sustainability benefits and can do so at scale, both directly in terms of the waste diversion and emissions reduction, and indirectly by replacing less sustainable feed ingredients. In doing so, we directly address the UN Sustainability Development Goals 12, 14 and 15. Our protein meal can be used in any animal ration with domestic addressable market of over 1 billion. In terms of aqua feed, large producers have long been searching for a protein source that will allow them to reduce their use of fish meal. The fish meal in Australia is largely imported and derived from wild-caught fisheries, which is highly unsustainable and also capped in terms of fisheries quotas. Future Green conducted our first commercial aquaculture trials in 2016 and have conclusively and consistently shown our protein meal is what producers call performance equivalent to fish meal. This was the basis for a multi-year offtake with Australia's largest stock feed manufacturer. The other two large aqua feed manufacturers based in Australia are familiar with insect meals and already include them in their European operations. In terms of pet food, both Mars and Nestle, the two largest pet food manufacturers globally, have launched insect products, and there are 30 independent new specialist insect food companies in Europe selling insect-based products in Europe. Insect meal has been approved by AFCO in the United States, which is equivalent to their FDA for feed ingredients. We do have multiple offtakes in place for our product and a strong pipeline of discussions across multiple categories. Sorry, Tom. Having developed IP in husbandry, nutrition and genetics and secured waste supply and product offtakes, we're scaling up production with a new facility supported by strong customer demand. We've spent over a year optimising design with our consultant partners and have a secured site and developer with the shovel-ready project. We're also recently awarded a FeedSafe accreditation for our protein products by the Stock Feed Manufacture Council of Australia, which is the gold standard for end-to-end quality assurance, and we are the first and only insect producer to achieve this domestically. To fund the facility, we're undertaking an equity raise, the majority of which will be used to fund capital expenditure for the purpose of equipment, automation and building fit-outs, and the raise is well progressed with commitments from strategic investors of over 80% of the round to date. So in summary, insect protein is a fast-growing market with significant opportunity for Future Green as Australia's market leader. We have the required deep expertise in IP, in insect husbandry, nutrition, genetics, and the processing to ensure that we have the highest quality products to meet the customers' needs. We have strong customer demand and commercial interest that underwrites our first full-scale plant, which is shovel-ready. We have commercial relationships for feedstock supply and offtakes with customers who have proven the use of our ingredients in their products, all of which results in a very attractive project economics, delivering excellent cash flow and profitability. Our business model is highly scalable with significant runway into new production facilities to meet increasing customer demand. So yeah, thanks again for your time. We are looking for some more strategic partners to join us and to help us finalise our round. Thanks very much for your time.